potentially a big swing here to close this third quarter. If the Aggies get a stop and score. Let's see if the Trojans can get something good on this baseline out of bounds. Ma coming off screen. She's open. They get it to her a little late. She shoots deep and buries it. She shot that from San Francisco.
I love the fact that she was out for most of the first half and she said, does not matter. I'm a shooter. Shooter's got to shoot, and I'm going to make it.
Splash Brothers-esque as that's tipped out, last touch by Rose. And man, what a big shot by Sabrina Ma, who never is afraid to fire. Leads the conference in three-point attempts. Hits her third. Epps now trying to get the Aggies an answer. It will count! For a player that likes to dance like Nia Epps, she somehow got the ball to dance around the rim. And the softest of rolls for Nia Epps as she comes up with a big answer. How about these shots to end the third quarter? Ma from nearly 30 feet, and then Epps touched every part of the rim and backboard, but it counts the same. Aggies were down 6-0 entering the inning. Ryan Verdugo was on the verge of a complete game shutout, and this game has turned almost on its head. And Albert now down to his last strike. Now he's got a battle.
Football team on its feet.
Ripped into deep right. Way back there to the wall. It's over! 7 runs in the bottom of the ninth, and the Aggies come all the way back. Well, the sun setting on the famous Mondavi Center here at UC Davis, and the sun also setting on the Big West women's basketball year. Just 2 more games left before the Big West tournament begins in Henderson next week, and it has been a while since we've had this much on the line for a final homestand here at UC Davis. Both teams today come in playing with so much on the line. With the former Aggie Ballet Giannotti, I'm Greg Wong, and Ballet, as we'll get to the standings in a second, just so much to play for. UC Davis a chance to still win the title, and Long Beach a chance to still make it to the Big West tournament. The Dogs are hungry, and they've got a lot of bites. On cue, Alex Hall. He bags a pair in the span of about 3 minutes. 2-2. Ripped on the ground, base hit to left field. 1 run scores. Here comes Chan, and it's 3-0 Stanford. Economides is going to end up at third. This ball gets away. And the Cardinal of Stanford Stadium rocking here in the opening inning. Cleary, Bohane, back to Cleary. That's one of many, many, many times those two have been linked up.
You can see how low SMU are sitting right now. That 3-back becomes a 5-back in that defensive shape, and it becomes a low block, which is exceptionally difficult to break down. Problem with that is Stanford are fine to shoot from outside the 18, which is what they're going to have to do, because it's just that much more difficult to get inside the box when you get a low block. So Zach Bohane and Alex Chow on those outside mids are going to have to resort to maybe taking a touch inside and getting a shot off from outside the 18.
You think that's a response because they know how good Stanford's been in the second half, that more defensive shape?
I think it's an unintentional response to how Stanford have started this half. SMU have been pushed back right from the jump here in this second half, and they're just trying to absorb the attack of the Stanford Cardinal right now, and Ben did not break before they can go back the other way. It's just that how that defensive shape shapes up when you play in a 3-back and those outside mids come all the way back in that defensive shape. But when you get stuck in that, there's really no outlet to get the ball forward and get your players forward. Now they're going to be under the attack of the very long throw of Will Cleary.
Wanted to Throw it into the box. Wasn't there, though. Cleary, though, will get another chance with the ball at his feet. And Bohane with the left foot to the back post and off the line. Dominguez, he didn't get all of it, but it was cleared in the end. Tapped, back to Harrison. And there are 2 quick outs. And this is how they prefer to face Alexis DeBoer, with nobody out and 2 away.
Batting third, the first baseman, number 16, Alexis DeBoer.
Well, last inning, Rutgers Brook decided to put a play on with 2 outs. They had runners at the corners, and you had the runner going from first, and Washington just not fooled at all. And I mean, Jaden Glad pretty much read it all the way, and she's such an important part of that as the catcher.
Yeah, I loved how Jaden felt like maybe she wasn't going to get the runner down at second, and it was more of a pump fake, and then immediately turned and snapped and caught the runner sleeping over at third, got in a pickle. So great textbook softball. Not a lot of throws in that pickle, which is what you want to see in that sort of situation.
As a defense, what are you reading whether or not you're going to make that throw down to second base?
There's a lot of factors. I mean, the scoreboard being one. It's early in the game, so Glad probably could have gone either way, but it's a little bit more on the feel of the catcher. Can you see in your peripheral the runner getting too far off that maybe I can sniper over at third, or do you feel like you got the runner going at second? Sometimes base running teams can get crafty where the runner will go halfway and then maybe work to try and get in a pickle to eventually score that runner at third. But loving what we see out of Glab so far today.
As we said, Scarlet Knights, they're trying to scrap together some runs. Struck her out. A dominant inning by Harrison. He retires that really vaunted top 3 in the Huskies order and strikes out Glab and DeBoer. Second inning coming up, scoreless here in Game 2. Well, for the only time this year, we get to say good morning from Davis, California. It's Game 1 for UC Davis against a Division I opponent. Both of these teams playing their second game overall on an exciting morning inside University Credit Union Center in what's set up to be a potentially record crowd, mostly of students all around the Sacramento Valley, here to watch UC Davis and Idaho. We've got plenty to talk about today. It should be a really fun game. I'm Greg Wong, joined by Ashley Jones. And Ashley, a great game, even aside from the crowd, and we'll focus on the floor for now. Idaho and UC Davis, 2 of the best mid-major teams on the West Coast.